60 Minutes Overtime.
They dropped I Feel Pretty.
Yeah, well, there's a practical reason for that. The first act ends with a rumble. To get from the rumble to Maria's apartment and into that movie, what do? You have to have some kind of musical bridge of some sort. The audience is, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next after the end of the rumble? So you don't want to sit there while three girls do a charming number, because the irony is lost. It's just, let's get back to the story. So if you do I Feel Pretty, you got 5-7 minute wait before that happens. So it seemed wrong, and so we took it out.
So you agree with these changes?
Oh yeah, no. Listen, I've always felt, well, I've never been very happy with I Feel Pretty anyway. But charming as it is, of course I agreed.
I guess you're not that upset.
No,
that they've cut it
I made
out.
a joke about it because I've shot my mouth off for years about how I'm not happy with I Feel Pretty, and so I made a joke to Scott and Evo. And I said, "Oh my goodness! Oh, we're going to lose I Feel Pretty! Oh, you know." But that's not why we did it.
Do you really cringe at I Feel Pretty?
Yes, that's only because the diction is just out of character, that's all. It's about the diction. I Feel Pretty is actually a phrase of Arthur's, and I think a very good one, because that is vaguely inarticulate, and I believe that. What had happened was simply that it was my first show. I wanted to show off. I wanted to show that I could rhyme.
It's alarming how charming I feel. Can you imagine a Puerto Rican girl who's just arrived in the country and she's singing, "It's alarming how charming I feel"?
I gave all the rhymes to this girl, who, after all, is a Puerto Rican street girl and who should speak in street poetry, not in literary poetry.
I rewrote that lyric from beginning to end because when we got to Washington, which is where we tried the show out the first time, I just felt mortified.
I thought, oh my goodness, but it wasn't until I heard it in public, till I was actually at the run-through and heard it in front of an audience. Not that they were booing, but I heard it and I thought, oh my goodness, that's not the character, that's the writer at work.
So I wrote a whole other lyric and nobody would accept it. They said, "It's working great the way it is," which it was, but that didn't make me less embarrassed. It was working great. Sometimes something can work great on stage, but if you as an author hear it, it doesn't work great for me, you know?
Well,
that's right. I'm not going to defend my point of view. It's just you ask, and
I'm just saying,
that's
as
it.
a
And lot
member of
people,
the audience, it works pretty great
yeah,
for
it
me.
works great. Yeah. And a lot of people think I'm just kicking. I'm not.